Hello and welcome. My name is Francis Lombardi. I'm the owner of Foxtrot. We are a importer and wholesale distributor here in the United States. And we're proud to announce our new line of ATA shotguns, made in Turkey. Since 1955, this is a high quality manufacturer that has been an OEM for some very famous brands around the world. And they have now come out with their own line of over-under shotguns. They've been very successful in the European markets, and we are pleased to announce the launch of these here in the USA at the 2020 SHOT Show. Today what I'm going to do is show you one of the most popular models that we sell, and that's this gun here. It's the Super Sport, made specifically for those looking for a high-quality over-under gun for the sporting clay and target shooting market. So, we're going to start with what's in the box. This is how it comes from the factory. We have a beautiful, well-constructed box that is suitable for safe shipping, and we're going to open it up and take a look. So the gun is presented in a nice velveteen cover over the wood stock. This particular gun that we're going to look at today is called the Super Sport 30-inch with the adjustable comb. That's for fine-tuning the height of the comb to fit your face and body style to optimize your eye line on the sighting plane of the barrel. One great thing about guns from Turkey is they are in the epicenter of the fancy Turkish walnut wood that you see on many of the very high-end and expensive guns, both English, European, etc. As you can see, this piece here is a very nice piece. This is a standard piece of wood on this gun. Sometimes when we pull them out of the box, they are really spectacular. So the Super Sport is a box lock action, monoblock action, very similar in design to the infamous Beretta action. Time proven, strong. All these guns come with a single selective trigger. The selection is done on the safety, like a Browning, etc., or Beretta, where you slide it laterally, left or right, and then when you slide it forward, you pick the barrel. So when it's on the right side and you take the safety off to shoot, it will shoot the lower barrel first. If you want to shoot the upper barrel first, you switch it over, push the safety off. The first barrel on the top will fire in that case, and then your second pull of the trigger will be the bottom barrel. This is convenient depending on the sporting clay presentation that you're getting on the two birds. If you want to shoot a further bird or a closer bird first, you of course then can adjust your choke tubes at the end of the barrel so you maximize your pattern for that given range. The triggers on these guns are mechanical, so they're not an inertia trigger. What is nice about a mechanical trigger is if the gun for whatever reason isn't set up against your shoulder, where you don't have the inertia and the stop of your shoulder on the recoil to reset the trigger, the mechanical trigger will always fire one shot after another. Like all over-unders on the ATA line, when you open the top latch, it will lock in the open position, and that makes it ready to accept the barrels that we're going to pull out now. In addition to the gun itself, they do come with an accessory kit, and that includes the choke tubes. You have a choke tube wrench, and then this also comes with adjustment washers and a Allen tool so that you can adjust the height of your comb here. Owner's manual is provided in English, of course, and it also has atafirearms.com, which is the US website where you can go to see the full line of product, and you can also contact us should you have any questions and or any warranty or repair work. Okay, the barrels themselves are also presented in a nice velveteen cover. And let's put this gun together here so we can go through the features and the specific design characteristics of the gun. The first thing we always do when we get a new gun is, of course, you always inspect it to make sure everything matches and everything looks good mechanically. The other thing is, on a new gun, You always want to take a little bit, they come dry from the factory, so we always keep a little bottle of rig grease, or any grease or gun oil will work. It's important that you put a little bit of grease on what they call the hooks. This is where it pivots in the action. So as you can see, I'm just taking a little grease, putting it in the hooks, and then I also put a little bit around the ejector nodules there. Another spot that you want to pay attention to on any over-under or side-by-side shotgun is where the forearm metal meets the action. It's always very good to put a little bit of grease there to lubricate that bearing surface that it has. Now, I see a lot of first-time users of an over-under shotgun struggle with this, and that is putting the barrels on the gun. If you're not used to doing it, or it's your first over-under, it can be a little bit tricky, but I'm going to show you a trick. If you can see on the barrels, there's a small little hook or knob there that the ejectors work off of inside the action, okay? When you drop the gun into the action, if you put those ejector pins right on the top edge of the action and then drop vertically down, it typically will set in the hooks very easily and allow you to close the gun properly. Okay, as you can see, I dropped them right in. I can feel that the hook is set, and now I can close the gun. To put the forend on, you just place it on, and you'll feel it sort of slide into place, and just squeeze it onto the barrel. Now, I always take my palm and just give it a nice little smack, and that allows that to set in, and you'll see the removal pin extend fully. Sometimes you'll hear a little click, but you'll see it will extend fully, and that locks the forend onto the gun. What you don't want to do is have a case where you don't lock the forend on enough, you open up the barrels, and the barrels fall on the floor. Okay, so just a little quick hit with the palm, it sets the forend in place, locks it in place, now you're ready to go. An over-under shotgun, simple operation. You pull it, push the top lever over to the right, and open the gun. Now you heard the ejectors click when I just opened it. When the guns are first assembled, you'll notice that when you put the guns on and open it, the ejectors will eject. Once you do that, once the ejectors are set back in place, they will extend, but they won't pop and eject like you would after you shoot your shells. By the way, ejectors on an over-under. These are selective, meaning if you just shoot one barrel, only one shell will eject after you shoot the gun. If you shoot two, both will eject out of it. Simple operation, again, back to the safety, slide left or right, choose your barrel, safety off, pull the trigger, it resets mechanically, pull the trigger, and you're good. Now you can open the gun and eject the barrels. The Super Sport and all the sporting models of guns of the ATA line come with a 10mm wide top rib. This helps with the sighting plane on the sporting course or the trapper skeet fields. It comes with a small fiber optic front sight. It also comes with a ventilated midrib. This helps to cool the barrel, particularly when you're shooting a number of shots one after another at the range or on a sporting clays course. The Super Sports come with two extendable chokes, and the balance are internal flush-mounted chokes. That's what comes standard with the gun. We do offer extended chokes, and what's nice about these is that they're color-coded and they're marked on the outside so you know which choke you have in the gun at any given time. And they're also knurled, so it makes it easy to turn them in and out properly and safely without the use of a wrench. There are wrench notches in there if you want to use it, but typically hand tightening them is sufficient. One thing I also recommend on any new gun is you always take a little grease or oil, put them on the threads. That just helps make sure they're lubricated and you don't have any issues with cross-threading, etc. The Super Sport all comes with a sporting clay style pad, which has a little bit smoother, harder top edge, so that helps the gun slide up easier on your shoulder, doesn't get caught with the rubber, and then a rubber, standard rubber butt plate to absorb some of the recoil. One of the main differences between the Sporting Series and the Game Series is that the Sporting Series has a non-automatic safety. What that means is when you take it off safety and you shoot the gun, You fire, you open, you eject the shells. The safety stays in the off position. It does not go and kick back on automatically. This is very typical among sporting clays guns. People always who don't have a sporting clays safety are often finding themselves standing at a station, calling for the bird, pulling the gun up, and then realizing that the safety is still on when they go to shoot. So on a proper sporting clays or target gun, the safety is non-automatic. If you close the gun and you are moving, or you want to change stations or hand the gun to someone else, you always have to make sure that the safety gets pushed back on. Regarding the construction of the gun, this is a tool steel machined receiver, a monoblock design. The barrels are chrome lined. We have guns that have been shot and have over 100,000 rounds in them and are still functioning flawlessly. One of the unique features of this gun, like the more expensive Beretta models, is this gun also has removable and replaceable trunnions in there. So should you shoot it more than 100,000 rounds and you feel that the action is loosening up, there are replacement hinge pins available that will easily remedy that problem and get your gun back into like new shooting shape. The reason why this gun has been such a great seller for us here in the United States is that for the quality of gun that you're getting, the quality of wood that you're getting, and at the price that you're paying for it, it typically sells for less than half of what you'd pay for one of the larger name guns. The dimensions are common, fits most people with the adjustable comb. It allows you to fine tune it, and it's surely to make you a winner in the field.